Hey, what's up guys, DiplexHeated here again. Welcome back to Squad. Super excited to be back here with Squad Ops for another fantastic operation. Today we finally have Russians on the battlefield. This is the first time I'm spectating a game including Russians. Previously it's only been INS forces and US forces, so I'm very excited to see how this is going to turn out. It's also on a very nice temperate map. Finally we're out of the heat. This should be pretty interesting. Another good thing is that it's midnight for me, and that might seem very late, but all my previous games... Okay, I'm gonna try and talk despite them talking there. I don't want to interrupt myself and them, but except they can't hear me, so...
I'd wait to put the HMDs down until we know for sure they're gonna be hitting us.
They're just right now planning
Yeah.
the defense of this FOB. You missed the... well, the briefing. I recorded it, but it didn't make much sense because there wasn't really a specific mission objective. This is an attack and defend operation, so I'm super excited. It's going to be very simple and straightforward. As I was saying, it's recorded during midnight, which might seem very late, but all my previous videos, all my previous Squad Ops videos have been recorded at 3 a.m. in the night or morning, and that has made me very tired or drunk. Sometimes I just get bored, so I go out for like 5 hours before and I come home completely bent. And I'm like, yeah, you might have been able to hear that.
Start tanking, so everybody knows the general plan. Take contact and then fall back if you need to.
Yeah, so they're going to set up a preliminary defense outside the FOB, of course, and then fall back to the jelly of the donut, so to speak, as they call it, which should be right in here. No? Okay, that's just a little distraction. The FOB is actually out here. There we go. So I'm feeling much more alert. I have gotten a lot of comments recently about how I've said something and then done something else and that my camera work has been off. Or whatever the case might be. But point is, I've been very tired. And no one is ever perfect, guys. I do have my flaws as well. So I'm going to try and provide you guys with some better commentary and camera work today, as I am, first of all, sober and not half asleep. Here come the Ruskies. Oh, I decided to spectate on the side of the Russians today, but we'll see the US forces in round 2. So this is going to probably be my best Squad Ops video so far. And I'm a sucker for not attending the earlier Saturday events previously. I've always just been out then for some reason. And I've just come home to the 3 a.m. events. And the ones during Wednesday are pretty decent because I'm not drunk then, but I'm still pretty much as tired. So if you ever think I sound a little weird or I say weird things or contradict myself or something's a little off with the commentary or my voice, it's because it's like recorded in the middle of the night. I'm technically losing my health over these Squad Ops event. But today is a good day because it's 12 a.m. and that sure as hell is pretty damn early for me. What do we got? FOB and 4 squads spreading out. We also have a U.S. convoy coming down the road. That could be the entire team. 1 Humvee and 2 transports. Yep. And their name tags are on, so I think that pretty much tells us the whole truth. That is pretty much the whole platoon coming down. We're going to turn off the name tags, but we're going to try and keep the... how do I do that? I'm trying to keep the peace here. Why? We got some weird ass emblems. Maybe I can't see them when they're in the vehicle. Is this a new thing? Okay, we don't want that. That's totally different. There we go. Yeah, that was a vehicle thing, so we'll have to kind of refresh that later on. But that is 2 squads coming in with 1 vehicle over here, and then we can see all the Russians back there. Because of the foliage and all the trees, we'll definitely have the player icons on today. We do have maybe a command squad back there. We have another 2 separate trucks. I wonder if they're going to deploy mortars or something. And is that 50 cal support back there? Not sure. They could perhaps only have access to the transport vehicles.
Out of curiosity, this is not something I've had to do.
That's actually just the US FOB back there, which I'm not sure if they have to defend. Oh my lord. That is a lot of troopers. 3 whole trucks.
Just a question, like, is that an option?
Or full trucks.
Is block possible now?
As soon as they've all dismounted, we'll go ahead and redo the player contours.
If they can drop it.
There we
Well,
go.
like,
We are
roadblock,
Gucci.
in previous versions of the rules, not allowed blocks, and especially with vehicles.
There's only links. for clearing up buildings.
Come on. This is gonna be good. I don't know why I just said come on there to myself like loud. I'm like, come on. Ooh. We got a squad split up into 2 fire teams up here on the ridge. They're going to be the first to make contact with pretty much the entire US platoon coming in from this direction. Now, both factions or both sides really do not know where either of the teams are coming from. And I wonder if you can spot them. It's hard. It's really hard to make out contact. Oh, this is going to be one of those games. It's going to be pretty damn cool. We got they might think that they're going to be coming from the far extreme east. So that's why there are pretty much 2 squads to the east covering that side and the FOB itself. Then we have one in the center and one here on the left.
We'll be dropping back to the side here.
Actually, that east there is actually the FOB defense. We have 3 scouts to the extreme east, as you can see on the minimap to the right. Because I do suspect that the US forces would be coming down the center where there is significantly more cover and easier road access. And I think the Russians have suspected that they'll be coming down from the center instead of pushing themselves to the far east. Because if the US do attack from the far east, they're going to be very cornered to the game wall, and they'll only really have one attack direction, which is straight west. Coming down the center like this gives the US a lot more opportunity in terms of attacking, and that is a lot of US firepower coming down. I mean, we're talking about a lot of players in today's event. We're looking at over 30 people per side, easily about 35 to 36 per side. I do believe there's 2 spectators on my side, and there should be a few on the US side. But this is going to be a very, very pumped firefight. I am thoroughly excited. Squad lead taking lead here, leading up one of the squads. We have 2 covering. I believe another 2 will follow up behind.
Sorry, you're breaking up. What?
Are we double stacking or something?
So the sections you'll see aren't entirely separate squads. Sometimes they're a little mixed. Over here we've got 2 squads as an example. This here is pretty much a separate squad. It's all based on the numbers. The maximum squad size is, I do believe, 9 people. So that makes this 1 squad here. This here could be command and another squad, and this here is definitely 2 other squads. But there should be about 5 active squads per side, 4 active combat squads and 1 command squad. The command squad is going to have a few less people in it, but definitely not just 1. And this Russian squad here has split into 2 fire teams. And, geez, the US are setting up this crazy platoon firing line here. This is going to be rather ridiculous for the Russian squad to meet up with here. It all depends on the cover and who fires first. Oh, they're moving up tactically here, and now they're starting their spread. They're going to be doing a sweep through the forest. There's good cover up here, but also much more exposed than coming down in from the forest. So the first contact will be 1 US platoon in pretty much an arrowhead formation kind of thing there per squad, as you can tell. And then we have 1 Russian squad split into 2 fire teams with a very big spread, so they've got a very big combat width, but unfortunately just very little firepower per inch, so to speak. And over here we have another Russian squad split.
And I have them coming.
Yeah, they've got contact now.
It's Juliet 8.
There will be less commentating for me once the battle do start, because I don't want to intentionally interrupt
Copy
the
that one.
commanders.
They're moving from your west to your east then.
They're moving directly to the forest, said.
This guy might have spotted them running away.
Out on how many is it the platoon?
I saw at least 1.5 squad size. I caught at least 6 pairs of eyes. Yeah, just reform your line. If you need to megs down, use trees. They didn't spot me yet.
Unfortunately, Karmakot is not commanding today. It's always nice to follow one specific commander throughout a series to see how he develops and leads his side. But
I copy that one.
I do believe he is in Canada for vacation, so... Oh, we've got the start of a fight.
This is we have taken live contact and too far from my location.
two Russian squads will now be engaging a whole U.S. platoon. This could be very disastrous for the defenders. We'll see if the other two squads down there will come to the rescue or harden in at the FOB.
Comms are bad, but send it.
Just two. We have a lot of casualties.
2, contact. 3, move back to the FOB.
What a perfectly executed assault here by the U.S. team. What an absolute glorious sight to behold.
This is command.
We'll be doing a lot of panned out shots now, just to give everyone a good idea of the entire event as it progresses.
Command.
If you're calling for me, you're really breaking up for a bit. Actually, one some Jeep facing.
Yeah, Squad 3 from the Far East are going to be moving up to the FOB now. They were in charge of perimeter security to the east. Let's have a quick look while that battle is continuing down there. Let's have a quick look at the Russian FOB and the defenses that they are currently preparing. They should be building a whole lot of breastwork, so to speak, all facing west, pretty much. I wonder if they will put up a Dushka. That would be very nice. A Dushka with some firepower that could definitely put a halt to the U.S. assault. Nice. I wonder where you'd put it, though. Possibly?
Yeah, put one facing west.
Yeah, I think they're discussing that right now. They probably only have one that they can... Oh, here we go, boys. Here we go. Now, this is not a bad position, because it's in a perfect position. Can cover the entire uphill here to pretty much this point here. Anything beyond that is going to be a little out of sight. Okay, so the southernmost side of the U.S. platoon is pretty much knocked out the entire first squad.
You gotta hold it.
And what is left of the other squad, probably Squad 2 down here, is trying to just stay alive. We've got a few soldiers behind here. One just right next to a smoke grenade. Another one behind a rock. This is the last standing man here of the squad. Ooh, he just brought down 1 or 2 U.S. soldiers. You can tell he's for sure brought down, or that this squad has for sure brought down a few U.S. soldiers coming in here. One right here by the bush, one over here, and another one here. And another thing I want to address...
There's some of the guys watching our southwest across the road.
Another thing I want to address is that whenever I get excited over casualties, whether they be Russian, U.S., or insurgent, it's not depending on their nationality, it's depending on their team. This is a competitive game. For all I care, they could be called Blue 4 and Op 4, and they could be from Hula Balula Land and La La Land. It doesn't really matter. It's just...
Put down my stations, you know.
It's just the excitement of one team doing well against another, specifically the team that I'm actually spectating. So don't be a dork, be more realistic, and don't take everything too hard. It's just a game, and we're all having a really good time. That saves you the time to comment, and it saves me the time wasted on explaining it, and we can focus on the game itself. This is very nice. I do like a Dushka, I must say. This will be like a lot of photoshopping, but sometimes you just gotta Photoshop. Just gotta get a good angle, boom, and crop him out.
Your key is stuck expert.
Let's take a look here at the squads. Some of the players have disconnected from the game already because they died. They might rejoin later on, but 1 life, that is what counts. No healing, only bandages, but no actual reviving.
The lone survivor.
This guy must
Hey,
have
hi.
retreated. We'll hear them chat it out here as they're back at base, pumped with adrenaline, knowing that the US attack will come any second now.
Yeah, leave him there.
Just organizing the defense. This is also another very crucial and big part of this game. Ooh, but this road here, if I were the Russians, they'd need someone up here to make sure they don't flank around, because this road provides perfect cover to just come up in the FOB really close. I hope they have that in mind. Otherwise, that would just be a disastrous tactical mistake. Yeah, and the US already know it. Let's see if we can enable that player color again, and we can see what the US are thinking. They're thinking they've got to be at the FOB, and it should be down in this direction. But now they're trying to conserve. This is just, there's so many here. This could either be considered a good way for the Russians to kill as many as possible, or a way for the Russians to be absolutely overrun instantly. And you know what I think we're gonna do? I'm contemplating swapping sides next game, just to spectate the defense for the Russian FOB again, and to see if they'll do it any different. And if you guys like me being on one side for the entire game with the 2 different teams, we'll hear the 2 different teams. And let me know. Previously, I've always stayed with the same team, or the same set of players. As they have swapped to another team, we've followed them there, and they've done attacking and defending, or played either side of the objective, so to speak. So we've gotten the process for both objectives sort of under our
Expect we've saw movement directly west to about 400 meters out.
under our beholding, so to speak. But I might
copy
just
that.
limit it to the defense of the Russian FOB today, and we'll just swap team when the sides swap, so that we're on the Russians again, but with
They're
a
heading
different set of
northbound.
players, squads, and commanders. Could be interesting. I think we'll try it for this time around, and if you guys don't like it, if you
Copy
guys
that.
would rather just have
We
us,
got you guys in the north here. This
if you guys would just rather have us stay with the same set of players as they played to 2 different nations, then we can do that in the future too. But we got to test both things to see what people like the most. So once this round is over, we will witness another defense of the FOB from the defender's perspective, but with the attackers as Russians.
Comes like a spot in I-8.
Was I overly elaborate there? Overly explanatory? I think everyone pretty much understands what we're doing. Now, this is good here because the US are not going to attack from the downhill position. It's a lot more open than up here, and you generally want the high ground always. So there we go. Yeah, after that initial engagement, the US are just consolidating their losses, and they're obviously forced to rearrange the operation, or the plan, so to speak, make a new one, since it wasn't a continuous engagement. If there would have been a continuous firefight, then you don't really make up a new plan during the firefight. You kind of go with it until the enemy is eliminated. Now there's been a pretty big break, so that is giving them time to reorganize, and I think with enough binoculars and eyes that they've already located the Russian FOB. The 2 trucks here are just They should have moved them once they were done building, but perhaps that would make too much noise anyway. Yeah, things are about to get lit, if I may be so damn stupid to say so. But, ooh, if this nest was slightly angled. And there, ooh, but there is, why does people sometimes not, they don't all show up? Why is that? There we go. I think he spotted them.
Contact coming in closer, that's about 100 meters.
Oh, and he could be seen so clearly with that green uniform on that
Start
bloody
establishing
blue
fire
rock.
superiority. I want you guys to start suppressing. Get your ARs to start nailing them.
Oh, he spotted him. Nope. I think we might see some AR action coming out very soon. The gunner on the rock should have spotted. There we go. Ooh, that's smoke, baby. That's smoke, baby. They're getting shots out at the U.S. attackers. Many that they've spotted at least.
Enemies moving up on the south side of this road. I think they're west.
Yeah, this is exactly what I meant.
Copy.
Yeah, we're definitely following the attackers next round as they play as the defenders and swap sides to the Russian side, and we'll see how they set up their defense differently than this side did. Now they're just talking about how this friend got dropped on the road, and if it came from the left or north, or well, straight ahead, I suppose. I think they might very soon realize that it's from this direction. And there goes another one. Here comes a hand grenade. Frag out.
Close south of the lodge. He's right on the other side of the road.
Oh, jeez. Oh, nice. They set up a grenade launcher volley there. That was intense. But the attackers are still struggling. Oh, what an explosion. Oh, he's just doing a little flippity flips and all kinds of things there. Oh, they're holding this down so hard right now. Smoke grenades being thrown. Are they the U.S. marking? No, the Russians are marking smoke in their positions and just overall confusing the attackers. This Dushka nest might have been destroyed or suppressed. He doesn't feel safe occupying it anymore. Look at all the bullet holes here in the barriers. No, you don't want that. This gunner's down, and we have a few more Russian casualties back here along the ridge. But I don't see the Americans attacking straight up from here. They're probably gonna head back up north and then come around with the rest of the platoon attacking. The U.S. are looking so strong right now. Let's follow the U.S. attackers here on the other side of the road. Coming up and coming up strong. This is a whole, or at least the remnants of a U.S. squad flanking around. Ooh. He's shot, but he's going to head down and bandage up. Got some people covering, or throwing, what's that, a frag? Should be. Throwing frags and smokes. If they could just locate the defense, the FOB itself, they'd probably be a lot more careful with their hand grenades. They're extremely valuable and can do an extreme amount of damage. This isn't Counter-Strike. This is squad, and they can knock out a whole squad if landed and thrown properly. So, don't waste your frags. That's a good frag. That was thoughtful. They might have lost command because I'm not hearing any comms right now. Yeah, they're flanking around hard. They're going all the way around here. They're gonna realize pretty soon that, yep, that's the brink of their defense. Oh, nice. Russian soldier down to one of the grenades thrown. Smoke is coming in. They are so suppressed and pinned here now. They will have pretty good cover against hand grenades and whatnot, but Oh, man, if they come around the flank. Oh, jeez, look at all them sandbags. The bloody physics are so nice. So nice. We have a few out here still courageously holding out. This guy's, he's legging it. He's like, I'm done. Ooh. Shrapnel might do some damage. It did not. People were staying down enough. Another grenade launcher volley. Oh, man down. We might get two. Yeah, these guys are still staying low down there. They should move up. They have no idea how many Russians remain, though. There's a lot less than they think. Yeah, there's a command squad and a few other soldiers just trapped in here. This is going to be like... Oh, this is just painful. This is painful. They know death is coming for them. They can't surrender. And they know that there's no way to run. This is a fight to the end. Ultimately a victory. And now they're taking some AR fire here. Suppressed by the saw. Whoa. We do have 1 point man back here holding the flank. He's holding the extreme flank against the west and east. Oh, jeez. Oh, yep. The US are approaching the outer perimeter now. They've captured one of the Dushkas. This is so far one of the more intense and more concrete and direct firefights we've seen on this channel. Ooh, that's a bit of a misthrow. And that's going to hurt someone with shrapnel. He's going to run back instantly and patch up. Hurt two people, in fact. So if the Russians could be good with frags now, they could really get something going here. More smokes are being thrown. Man down, inside. Oh, there's really no safe angles anymore. They're taking fire from absolutely everywhere. If the man back there can come around and do some good damage to the attackers on this side of the road, then that'll definitely make these guys chance of surviving a little bit better. That was another hand grenade. Oh, was that a misthrow? Oh, gee. Sandbags are flying everywhere. This is turning into quite a hectic firefight. More hand grenades are being thrown. That's a nice throw, right on the roof of the tower. Oh, jeez. There's no prettier or more intense shooter out there. I am in official love with Squad. Unfortunately, I can't marry it, but I think it would be a pretty good relationship. So the FOB is essentially knocked out and soon to be captured, which is essentially mission complete. There's one last standing Russian soldier. Oh, he did bring down one soldier. Is this the Rambo the Russians need or deserve? It's a medic. A medic without means. The only mean right now is winning the game. It's killing the enemy, not healing anyone, because he is the last standing Russian soldier. I wonder if he has any idea how many troops he's up against. Right now, all he can go out is with a good bang. He knows there's like 100 people watching him right now. Live and in-game. This is actually live streamed, I do believe, from Squad Ops official Twitch. I was about to say Twitter, and then I was about to say Tinder, and then I finally got it, and he's down. Rolling down the hill with 2 bullet wounds into the gut, or the pelvis. Kind of feels a little bad. But that's it. GG. The US forces secure victory. They're about to swap. I will see you in the next video as we watch the Russians again as they try and defend the FOB, except for the fact that it'll be the US attackers playing the Russians. So the player sides are being swapped, but we're going to follow the same faction. See you guys soon again. Ciao.